Protect your privacy online with the best VPN for gaming, ExpressVPN, and visit expressvpn.com/GhillieMaster, linked in the description, to find out how you can get 3 months free. Ah yes, the explosive sniper, the double-edged sword of GTA Online. On one hand, they help very much with taking out aircraft and jets that may be harassing you, but on the other hand, they take helicopter usage straight to the ground even further. I think there's a fine line to be found where explosive rounds are still useful, but not as god tier taking down aircraft as they are now. So in this video, I bring you my suggested change to the explosive sniper to hopefully limit the player frustration that comes with getting shot by them, and bring a brand new mechanic into the game, bullet physics.
Sniper, get down!
To start things off, let's first talk about what is wrong with the explosive sniper. There's really only two, but they're both a big deal. The range on the explosive sniper is just ridiculous. You could be way up in the clouds or halfway across the map, and if someone wants to shoot you with an explosive round, they could very easily, and emphasis on very easily, do that. And when you pair that with the fact that most aircraft are sent into a death spiral after just taking 2 hits from the explosive sniper, you now have a weapon that can effectively wipe out aircraft in a matter of seconds from enormous ranges with ease, and that's not exactly the most fun thing to go up against. One other thing that's quite annoying about getting hit by explosive rounds is that a lot of the time you don't know where you're being shot by them from. All that you see and hear is an explosion on your aircraft, and by the time you check the map to figure out who's shooting them, your aircraft is history. So to counteract this and make them less frustrating to deal with, instead of just lowering the damage against aircraft with the explosive rounds, I completely changed how they work and added bullet physics to them. So now instead of having a hit scan explosive rifle, it now shoots fast projectiles that have bullet travel time and bullet drop due to gravity. This doesn't make much of a difference for targets that are close up, but it makes it much more difficult to shoot fast-moving aircraft and aircraft that is far away. It's not impossible to do, but it's just going to require a lot more prediction and skill to use the explosive rounds from far away. The projectile will also receive a tracer or trail effect that for the shooter lets you know how to correct a missed shot, as you can see exactly how you missed, and for the player being shot at, they can see the shot go by and know they're being targeted by an explosive sniper and can react accordingly. And if a shot does make contact, they can see exactly which direction it came from. And because it's going to be overall more difficult to hit shots with the explosive sniper now with this change, the max ammo capacity could easily be raised to match the other special ammo types, which is another annoying thing for the people that use the explosive sniper, always having to constantly run back and forth to buy more. And in addition to that, the price could also probably be lowered. For the purpose of showcasing the concept, what I did was just turn the Heavy Sniper Mark II into an explosive sniper, as I don't believe there's a way to apply these properties only to the explosive rounds. The first thing we needed to do was prep the Heavy Sniper Mark II code for it to work as a projectile instead of a hit scan weapon, so I changed it from a bullet weapon to an explosive weapon and gave it the explosive tag of the explosive ammo, which essentially turns the regular Mark II Heavy Sniper into the explosive sniper without having that certain magazine. Next, the fire type was changed from delayed hit to projectile, and the projectile ammo we're using for this is the RC Tank rocket, which has been modified of course, and since it's now getting all of its damage from the explosion, the damage was lowered to 0 so that it's not super powerful with the bullet damage and the explosion damage combined. Now for the projectile information, I changed the model from a missile to the grenade launcher projectile. I don't believe there's a model for a single bullet, so I had to pick something that was small enough to look like a bullet in midair, and also so it doesn't look like we're shooting a rocket out of a sniper. For the ammo values, I raised them to 60. I'm pretty sure the other ammo types have 80, so ideally that would be the amount used if this was actually a change that was made, but for concept purposes, you can really make these values whatever you want. Now here's where the bullet physics come into play. In this case, the launch speed is the velocity of the bullet. I obviously had to raise that by a lot, so it went from 50 all the way up to 500. The gravity factor is kind of self-explanatory. This value determines how much drop there is to the projectile. Normally on the RC Tank missile, there's next to no drop, so I raised it from 0.02 to 0.5, which is a very significant jump, but you gotta remember we're trying to simulate a bullet's flight path, not a GTA missile. The lifetime refers to the max range of the projectile. The RC tank's missile has next to no range on it, and a sniper needs a lot of range, so this went from 0.6 to 10. The explosion also needed to have the explosive ammo tag and not the RC tank missile tag, so I modified that. And finally, the bullet needs a tracer effect for visual purposes. The RPG trail just looks odd and kind of blocks your vision when sniping because of the smoke. I tried a lot of different trail effects here, and since there isn't just a plain white trail to show the path, I had to use the closest thing to it, which was the firework trail. So while it doesn't look exactly like a bullet in the air, it does its job just fine for the concept. One last thing I changed was the damage of the explosion from 200 to 100. The end result is a little weaker than the current explosive sniper, but that could just come down to differences in scripts in the multiplayer environment that aren't active in the single player. And that's really all there is to it. After making those changes, there are now bullet physics on the explosive rounds heavy sniper. Shooting things up close doesn't make much of a difference, it's still really easy to hit things. But when things are farther away and moving, you have to give it some thought and lead the target, which adds a skill element to the explosive rounds. You're no longer going to get shot across the map by one of these, and if you do, then you know it was a nice shot by a good player. I know there's going to be people in the comments that say the explosive rounds are fine how they are now because of how powerful jets are, and it should be easy to take griefers out if jets are going to be easy to use. And while that is true, and I agree with that statement, this change would need to be applied after changes are made to the explosive cannon jets like the laser and the Hydra, because those are truly still an issue with this game, and we will definitely be covering those in future episodes of the Rebalanced series. But let me know what you guys think about the new explosive sniper, and if you were to make a change to the explosive sniper to balance it better, what would it be? If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, feel free to leave a like as well as subscribe to my channel for more guide and PvP related content. Huge thank you to all my channel members for support. If you'd like to become a member for some exclusive perks, you can either use the join button or the link that's down in the description. And as always, thanks for watching and have a great day.